Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another review of one of the new Berlin tanks, the premium tanks, the Rudy tank, the T-44-85 Rudy. I'm not too familiar with this whole concept. I think it's like, I think it's part of a Polish movie, kind of like the Fury, but older. That's pretty much as far as my knowledge goes. I haven't really looked into it too much, but it's an interesting tank to take a look at anyway, because it's a new premium tank that is going to be for sale, I think, for about 2 weeks, um, as part of the Berlin trio. So yeah, people were wondering what website I used during my IS2 review, because I cut off the headliner here. But it's tanks.gg. I think I picked it up somewhere on the subreddit, so reddit.com/r/riddletanks. Somewhere there I saw it. Looks pretty neat. I think a redditor made it. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm using it. So there you go. This is compared to the T-44-85M, and yes, I am giving this guy the same treatment in what I use for it. So the same consumables, loader, fence, all that good stuff. So that's all the same. And as you will note, with the typical setup of a T-44-85M, it's exactly the same, and even a little bit better, except for the power to weight. But it's pretty much better in any other case. It gets the Top Gun, the 85mm S53, which is pretty much the same as this one. It's an 85mm as well. Same ratifier, same pen, same everything. Even less aiming time. The T-44-85 gets 1.96. This is obviously with fence and with gun lane drive, so keep that in mind. You might not want to use gun lane drive or not fence. Keep that in mind. But like I said, I have the same setup on the T-44-85 here, so the key stats are all correct. As you can see, it also gets a little bit more fuel range. Doesn't really matter that much. 6 meters more, pretty much. Camo's all the same. It will see tier 8 as well. All the new premium tanks will see tier 8. No premium preferential matchmaking. Same health, same hull armor, same turret armor, same forwards, same reverse. Power to weight slight is worse. Instead of the 17, almost 18, you get 15.3 on the Rudy tank. And at the first speed, interesting enough, is, in my opinion, a lot better. 4 seconds is pretty big into first speed. Going from 38 to 42 is pretty noticeable. Now, the one thing that is, kind of makes me a little bit salty is the following. For those who don't know, there's already a T-44-85 premium tank in the game. It's called the T-44-85M. Now, I'm not quite sure for how much they sold this, but let's compare the T-44-85M to the Rudy tank. Again, this is the Rudy tank. I'm comparing it to the T-44-85M with the same modules, same equipment, and same consumables. Now, what do you get? You get, well, there's some red flashing here, so, it's probably fine. Well, no, it's not! And I'll show you guys why. The DPM is only 50 lower. That's not gonna matter too much in the grand scheme of things. However, it gets the 85mm S53. The T-44M gets the same gun. It's basically the same tank as well. But if we take a look at the damage, it is 20 less per shot. It even has the same name, 85mm S53. The T-44-85M, 85mm S53. Same fucking tank. The pen, which is horrendous on the T-45-85M. Remember, this little dude also sees tier 8. It only has 126 pen. That will be painful, probably even against KV-1s, let alone Centurions, IS-3s, whatever the hell tier 8 is going to throw at you. Is going to be painful with only 126 pen. The premium pen is less than 170, but it's premium as well. That's ridiculous. The Rudy tank gets 194 pen and 144 base pen, 194 premium pen. That is ridiculous. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Why is the T-44-85M so bad, and why doesn't that get preferential at the very least? Now, like I said, you see some things right here. That's the DPM. is only 50 less. It's almost nothing. The reload is going to be maybe noticeable. You go from 5.10 almost to 4.4. The rounds a minute are, of course, going to be less because, hey, the DPM is higher. The reload is, you know, a bit longer on the Rudy tank. But the aim time is only 1.88 with this setup compared to the T4485M 2.13. That's a pretty large difference in aim time. The accuracy is 0.35, which is, you know, it's not that good. But T45M gets 0.39. That is pretty crazy. Now the fuel range is better, way better. Not like the T4585, not like the non-premium tank where it's only like 6. No. This thing gets like almost 20 meters further fuel range. The camo is worse. Nobody gives a damn. Like, it's not even that much worse. Then there's the battle tiers, which is the same. The health is the same. Hull armor, noticeably worse. You go, the Rudy only has 45, where the T4585M has 75. Honestly, that 75 you will never ever notice, because anything that will pen you, anything will pen you at tier 7 and 8, and even tier 6s are not gonna have too many issues penning your 75 frontal armor hull in the T4585 in the T4485M. Like, it's just not gonna happen. It's not this armor does not justify how stupidly bad the T4580 the T4485M is. Like, that's pretty crazy to me. It also goes slightly faster than Rudy. Doesn't really matter though. It's only one. Doesn't matter. Reverse is the same. Powder weight is worse, but ever so slightly. Doesn't really matter. The first speed is 2 better, which in my opinion is pretty noticeable. So again, this is a bit of a slap in the face to anybody that has bought the T4485M. In my opinion, like, it's pretty crazy. Like, the gun difference is nuts. 144 pen versus 126. That is definitely noticeable. And then you get the APCR, which is 167 compared to the 94 pen on the Rudy tank. That is definitely noticeable. As we all know, if you don't get preferential matchmaking, those tier 8s and even some of those tier 7s are gonna be a pain in the ass, and you're gonna have to shoot those APCR shells. So keep that in mind, and that's why I'm also slightly salty about this, because the T4485M is just plain worse. Like, that the frontal armor doesn't justify it, and the gun is like leagues worse than the Rudy tank. I guess because it's a review for the Rudy, that makes it more of a point to never ever buy the 85M. Just stick to the Rudy. There's absolutely no reason, not like there already was, to get an 85M. Maybe if it had preferential. But if you just look at this, it's a bit of a slap in the face to anybody that has bought an 85M. So keep that in mind. Alright, it's about time we jump into a replay. Alright, so here we are with the Rudy tank. We are on Pearl River Standard Battle. And this is the toughest matchmaking you will get in your tier 6 premium. Namely, we're in a full-on tier 8 match. There's 4 tier 8s, a whole bunch of tier 7s, and around 5 or so tier 6s. As a fair warning, I'm gonna shoot almost full Prem in this game. Mostly due to the fact that I'm thinking, like, I'm gonna go to the flank here, I'm gonna fight a 110, a Leva, T-44s, and this is where your gun with 100 and, I believe it was 160 pen just doesn't cut it. We see the FCM, he comes in, I snapshot his turret with the premium pen. So I just keep fighting here as much as I can, really. Get another really lucky shot off here. So I'm just trying to do my best to pull my weight here as a tier 6. I see that the FCM has a bit of an issue there getting his gun down. So I'm trying to do as much damage against him as I possibly can. I see the T-44 trying to flank us on the minimap. I turn around instantly. Try to hit him in the sides. He comes forward again. Shoot again. Go backwards. Try and negate his shots. He doesn't look to me. He fires. I know I have a free shot. I don't know what this T-44 is thinking, but we're fine here, just pumping some shots into the guy. No worries. And here you will see the accuracy of this gun. Ugh, I kind of shot too late there. But yeah, anyway, it's a massive fight already, like in the first minute or two. Now the scout shows up. Obviously, I probably didn't even need premium shells here. But like I said, I could not get any more replays off this tank. And the first battle was actually an ace, but it wasn't recording. I don't have the replay because the settings in the press account were off for recording the replays. So I had to do this one pretty late at night. So we're kind of winning our flank here on the left, but the middle is totally lost. So here I'm just gonna try and help out to win this flank a bit faster, so we might all turn around and fight the middle. So here I get super lucky. Take a look at this snapshot here. 110 shoots, I got a free shot. Hit him right in the nose there. It was barely a pen. FCM knows I shot, so he takes a free shot on me. Try and retreat as much as possible. But yeah, anyway, I had to record this again, and I also can't record any new battles because after that one night I had with the press account, all the press accounts were pretty much closed because some people were playing some tanks that they shouldn't. So there's that. So we're gonna have to do it with this replay, but at least you will see the maneuverability and how the gun handles. Obviously, the APCR is gonna give it a little bit of a skewed view on things, considering the pen is pretty nice. I think it's about a 190 on the premium pen, just like in the same T4485. So here we see the T92. He's not looking at us. Take our time to aim. You can see that the aiming time is quite long, but it's the same on the normal T4485. Track him there. The VKP could have finished him off, but he only tracked him. But luckily, the SU-100 in the base actually took care of the T-29. So we're trying to help these guys again. The 112, trying his best against the 110. The FCM is still here. Put another shot into this gun mantlet. He moves away. Take another shot. Move away as much as possible. Also at this time, I didn't even realize this guy was purple, but because my XCM was not working because I wasn't logged into the press account in XCM. Take another shot, and he finally takes me out. We still did a respectable 2500 damage against almost all tier 8. The rest of the battle is no real use to show you guys. They'll live in FCM than what last one's left, and they die eventually. And we do win the game, so it's gonna be time to take a look at the post screen. Alright, so we're going to take a quick look at the post screen because it's pretty important because it's a premium tank. You guys probably want to know how much money it actually makes. Obviously, it was an ace, but not my first one, as you can see. Like I already explained, I can't make any new footage of this. This was basically the best battle I had recorded in the limited time I had with it. But it's still interesting to see because if we take a look at the template here, and we take a look at the team, pretty good XP, 1160. Might not have been an ace once this tank is out, but still 2500 is by far the highest damage in the game on my team, at least. But the most important part is actually the credits earning, because as I said before starting the replay, I was gonna shoot full APCR just because basically. And what's interesting here is that my tank totally died. Right, we lost all our health. The repair cost for the entire vehicle was less than 3,000. Now, I don't know if that's a lot. That's probably not a lot, but I think tier 6s and stuff, this is probably a usual price. I'm not even sure about that, but it's not a lot. The ammunition, obviously, we fired, I think 17 rounds was all APCR. So that was 54k, which is quite a lot. And I think we used our repair kit. So our premium consumable, which was on the press account, was minus 20k. So if you take a look at this, if we had a normal consumable for 3k, we would have made 10k credits shooting full APCR and even missing 4 of those shots with APCR. Now, this is pretty crazy because this means if you make your APCR shots count, you will still make a little bit of money, and more importantly, you can train your crews of your medium Russian tanks with plus 50% crew XP from the premium tank bonus. So that's pretty crazy to me. That's pretty lethal because it gets the really good gun from the T-44-85, the normal gun. So the premium pen is 190. That is pretty damn sweet for tier 6 if you just want to spam APCR. That is pretty crazy. So keep that in mind. That's actually really interesting here. It's kind of like the Fury as well. The Fury, I noticed, the American tier 6 is basically an E8 with slightly better stats here and there, slightly worse in other regions. This is basically the same story. If you make your APCR count, you will still probably make money, and you will still get the benefit of all the crew XP. Now, if you just want to make money, go ahead and just shoot the normal ammo, obviously. Most of the time against tier 7 and 6s, you won't even need your premium. But it's interesting to see that in this replay, we would have made money if we didn't use the premium consumable and and still shot the same amount of APCR. I also kind of wanted to show you the other end plate. I only have one screenshot of this, which is the first game I actually played in a Rudy, which was also an ace with higher XP, I do believe, which was against full tier 6, as you can see in the kill list here. So we got 2300 damage, 1500 spotting, and we made 41k. And I can't really recall if I used a premium consumable here for minus 20k or not, but I'm relatively sure that I did because that money had to go somewhere, and I'm pretty sure I didn't use any APCR in this replay. Again, I can't show you the replay because I don't have access to the press account anymore, but I thought it was important to show you guys what it would make if you have a normal decent game at tier 6. So 41k at tier 6 is really pretty damn good, and I'm pretty sure I used 20k on a premium consumable in this battle as well. So keep that in mind. Alright, so closing thoughts on the Rudy tank. Depending on the price, I'd say it's a pretty good buy. League's better than 85M just because of how the gun performs. Still a slap in the face to anybody that bought a T-44 85M. Like that's just not done. I think they should buff the T-44 85M to be on par or give it limited matchmaking, which I know they're probably not gonna do because they're pretty much phasing out those tanks. But yeah, if you're strapped for cash and you can't buy the tier 8 premium vehicle, the T-54 Prototype 1, it's a good contender. Like I said, it's an unnerved T-44-85 that makes you money and gets your crew up 50% faster. Pretty much, you get a 50% flat bonus to your crew experience. But yeah, it's a solid premium. It will make you money. You will see tier 8. You will have to shoot APCR at some tier 8s, even tier 7s at some point. But even doing so, apparently you will still make money just like the Fury tank. So yeah, if you already have a T-44-85 prot, or you just like playing the lower tiers, or you already like the T-44-85, I know a lot of people would just kind of like the Cromwell. It's kind of like a keeper. So it's definitely not a bad premium tank at all. But if you're gonna spend like 40 bucks on it or something, you're probably better off buying the T-54 Prototype. But yeah, overall, not a bad tank at all. Hopefully this replay would give you some kind of indication, and hopefully I provided you with enough information to help you out if you want to buy the tank or not. Anyway, this was my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna make one about the Cromwell B as well. And if you guys really like these 3 reviews that I've put up in on this week, you know, let me know in the comment section, because I might make some more reviews, or might review some other premium tanks or something like that. I'm kind of, you know, hesitant about making reviews about tanks because most of them, you know, are not that interesting in my opinion. But then again, I have played this game a lot, and I do play it a lot of hours, almost every day. But if you have any like ideas that you might want to see on my channel, please hit me up in the comment section, guys. I read all of them because my channel isn't that big yet. You know, we're not in the millions. I can still read most, well, pretty much all comments on my YouTube channel. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review at the very least. And I'll see you guys on another video. And if not, you can also check me out live. For those who don't know, still don't know, I've been live streaming for about 2.5 years now on twitch.tv, under twitch.tv/sircon. You can find the links down below as well. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out, guys.